Chapter 1: Hardware and Software. Computer system. Computer as a machine has led great impact on our lives. Today, every second person carries a personal computer with them, no matter wherever they go. A personal computer is the one which is made up of multiple physical components called computer hardware, upon which operating system is installed and has a multitude of software to perform the operator's desired functions. Let's learn about hardware and software. Hardware: the physical structure or component of a computer that can be touched, for example, monitor, keyboard, mouse, printer, etc. The mouse is a peripheral device also known as a pointing device. It lets you point two objects on the screen, click on them and move them. The mouse is a device that translates movements on a horizontal surface into movements of a pointer on the computer screen. It is used to click and drag things on the computer monitor. There are two types of mouse: a mechanical mouse that uses a ball and roller to measure a movement of the mouse, and an optical mouse that uses light and sensor. Power cord. The power cord is the link between the power outlet and the power supply unit in the computer cabinet. If the power cord is not plugged in, the computer will not switch on. It is a good idea to keep the power cord plugged into an uninterruptible power supply, UPS, which serves as a surge protector with its own temporary power source. Ports and connectors. The various connectors and ports present on the computer allow it to communicate with the many different devices and peripherals attached. Because there are so many cables and cords attached to the back of the computer, and so many different types of connectors, it often seems a little intimidating to the newer user. Although there are some devices which may use the same connector or port, the individual devices and their cords can only physically attach to one certain type of connector. So, don't feel nervous about hooking your system together. USB port. The universal serial port typically appears on the back of the computer case, but can sometimes be found on the front too. The pen drive is inserted in the USB port. CPU. In order to work, a computer needs some sort of brain or calculator. At the core of every computer is a device roughly the size of a large postage stamp. This device is known as the Central Processing Unit or the CPU. CPU history starts in 1971 when a small unknown company, Intel, for the first time combined multiple transistors to form a central processing unit. The CPU continually receives instructions to be executed. Each instruction is a data processing order. The work itself consists mostly of calculations and data transport. Each central processing unit has an internal clock or system clock which produces pulses at a fixed rate to synchronize all computer operations. RAM, Random Access Memory, is your system's short-term memory. Data is temporarily stored here until you save your work to the hard disk. RAM is used by the system to store data that is processed by a computer's CPU. Motherboard. The motherboard is a computer's main circuit board. It's a thin plate that holds the CPU, central processing unit, memory, connectors, for the hard drive and optical drives for what? Expansion cards to control the video and audio, as well as various external ports and peripherals. The motherboard connects directly or indirectly to every part of the computer. Hard disk drive. The hard disk drive is the data center of the computer. All of your programs are stored here permanently. Sound card. The sound card, also called an audio card, is another type of expansion card. It lets the computer play sounds through speakers. Some motherboards feature integrated sound and do not require a separate sound card. Power supply unit. The power supply unit in a computer converts the power from the wall outlet to the type of power needed by the computer. It sends power through the cables to the motherboard and other components. Network interface. The network interface card allows your computer to communicate over a network. With the network card, you can set up a home network with a few computers and connect them by via Ethernet cords or wirelessly. Network cards used to be expansion cards that plugged into the motherboard. However, most new computers have a network interface built into the motherboard. Software. The set of instructions that guides the hardware how to perform a given task is known as software. As hardware cannot work without software, a bus cannot work without a driver. For example, Windows XP, MS Word, MS PowerPoint, Photoshop, etc. System software. It is a collection of programs that performs tasks related to the operation and performance of the computer system itself. They act as a bridge between the hardware and the application software. System software is of two types. Operating system software. An operating system acts as an interface between user and the computer system. It looks after the overall functioning of the computer system. Utility software. It is related to software designed to perform a specific task related to the operation of the computer. These are important programs for smooth running of the computer system. Example: calculator, MS Paint, etc. Application software. Application software refers to softwares designed and developed to perform specific tasks with word processing software, computation and data processing software, web designing software, photo editing software, media players, etc. Word processing software. Word processing software allows the user to quickly produce, edit and format text document. Some of the more popular packages are WordPerfect, Microsoft Word and Amiro. Spreadsheet software. Spreadsheet software allows easy manipulation and calculation of numbers. Numbers and formulae are used to create a working model of a situation. Some packages are Lotus 123, Quattro Pro and Microsoft Excel. DBMS software. Database management software allows the collection, storage and manipulation of large amounts of data, mostly character type. Data can be organized, sorted and displayed in many flexible ways. Popular packages are DBase V, Paradox and Microsoft Access. Email software. An email software is designed to aid the user in reading and writing email on the internet. Some of the features of an email software are an address book, a simple interface, and message quoting. An email program is much like an ASCII text editor. It allows the user to enter text and send the message to others who have email facilities. Graphic software. Graphic software allows the user to quickly and easily create pictures and images. The user can create 3D objects, animate drawings, and much more. Many applications now contain some kind of drawing program. Some popular packages are CorelDRAW, Microsoft Paint, Harvard Graphics, Adobe Illustrator, Microsoft Image Composer, and Perfect Paint. Entertainment software. Entertainment software is amusement software. Entertainment software is divided into two general categories: games and software toys. Games are a contest between the user and the computer, a competition with a set goal to achieve success in the game. There is often some kind of time restriction to encourage the feeling of competition and pressure. Included here are adventure games and role-playing games. Software toys are not a game. There is no end or victory. The user manipulates the software to create something or to see the result of an action. There is rarely a time. Many times these, in addition to being entertaining, encourage learning and thought. Business software. Business software is used to automate and simplify regular tasks in a business. Many tasks in a business are repetitious, and software is ideal for facilitating and automating them. Payroll software is an example.